all my Bondies, all the Bondex community. Welcome to another live stream edition here at Bondex. We are extremely lucky today. We have a very special guest, Ting Peng. She's the former editor-in-chief of CoinTelegraph, a former educator, incredible communicator, and now the COO at Cross of the Ages, a seed stage, but very seed stage backed by the likes of Ubisoft, actually, Metaverse game. She's going to be the CEO at Cross of the Ages. But Ting, why don't you give us an introduction about yourself, and then we'll kick off the formal interview.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for inviting me here. And it's great to talk to your audience here. I guess I will start with a brief introduction of myself. I joined the crypto space in 2017 because of Bitcoin. I know you're in Miami right now attending the Bitcoin 2022, and it's I think Bitcoin has changed a lot of the way we think. And my background is political science. And when I first heard about Bitcoin, I thought this was the future. So in 2027, I jumped right into the industry and never looked back. And then I was following the industry with community building, on marketing, as well as later on joined as a Cointelegraph as a journalist, and then the Chinese version had like opportunity for me to connect the bridging the East and the Western market, and I was then promoted to be the editor-in-chief at Cointelegraph Chinese version. And recently I joined the project Across the Ages, and we are Metaverse gaming card NFT card collectible game, and recently just closed a private token sale round with $12 million, and with the lead by Animoca Brands and also Ubisoft, and with other amazing partners in the crypto communities and supporting us to launch this game pretty soon. So I'm quite excited about this new journey that I'm taking, and the reason that I choose to shift from being in the media side to join this new gaming side is because this game is really more than just a game. It has what triggered me to join this project is because we have great artists and great writers also writing 7 books around the game itself, and we have released the first book already on our website, free of download for people to wanting to know the story, and we're releasing every chapter once a week, every Friday. So I think it's really something, because I'm from the editor, as a writer in the past, and now, continuing the journey, but maybe doing something more in this space is something that I'm really excited about.
That's incredible. So let me get this right. It's a video game that works almost like an Apple Plus or Netflix TV show in which you release a new mission every week.
Yes, without the show yet. So you'll have the game first, and then after we release maybe 2 or 3 volumes of the books, and then we can pitching the opportunities with Netflix or any other production house, and we'll have some TV programs or movies coming up later on.
That's incredible. That's super exciting. That's incredibly creative. It's a new form of storytelling. Incredibly, I mean, that's innovation at its finest, and something that you can only do in this new field of kind of metaverse and video game. Wow, I'm excited to play it and check it out myself. I can't wait. That's fantastic. So I'd want to hear, we're a talent network, right? Bondex, as I was telling you, is the largest Web3 professional network in the world. And I'd like to hear on the talent from both sides. As a writer, right? And as a communicator, how did you go about finding good talent to write and to be a part of Cointelegraph China? And then let's talk about Crossroads, Cross of the Ages after.
Let's say I can probably share some of my experience as a journalist early on at Cointelegraph. For me, I didn't have a journalist background. But when I joined Cointelegraph, I remember the first week I had to go through like a book, which is like the book that all the journalists in Cointelegraph should read before they get on board. And it's a book that they will teach you in the university, being a journalist, be a professional journalist. And there's certain styles that you have to follow, certain language rules, keep it clean, keep it short, keep it straightforward. That kind of styles that you had to learn and practice as you become that writer yourself. And so for us, finding the right talent for this kind of person, I guess it really depends on communication. How do you communicate, and not being too wordy with what you write, what you want to communicate, but keep it simple, straightforward, and not repeating itself. So that's how we interview people and see how they can communicate on the writing side. Normally, we have to go through a lot of interviews. First is the writing interview, and then second round would be, talking face to face.
Okay, guys. So now everyone listening, now they know how to basically they could pursue a career in crypto or blockchain journalism coming from a traditional background.
Yeah.
I'd like
Yes,
to
of
ask you
course.
as well,
Love crypto too. Yes.
and I'd like to ask you as well, what are some of the difference between traditional journalism and crypto journalism? Some of the distinctions that you are very clear that are particular to Web3.
Well, I think for the distinct thing is really, do you have the passion for Web 3.0? That's the only thing that I see being a journalist in the crypto space, because a lot of for Cointelegraph, it's a brand that we keep the tradition of the ethical back, the way we producing news, and it's the same way as any traditional news outlet are there. But the only thing is really, do you have passion for digging into this new sector, new industry?
Okay, now let's talk about the new exciting toy, across the ages. I want to know about what type of talent that does the company need when it's a metaverse video game company? What are some things that you're hiring for, and what does the team structure look like? What's needed there?
And we're constantly looking for creative people, and whether that is content creation with 3D, visual designers, or video makers, or artists. But also we're looking for content creators, digital marketers, for developing our marketing strategy and executing that marketing strategy. So that's what we're looking for. So if you are a great digital marketer, please keep in touch, and we can see what we can do together.
Yeah, everyone listening here, if you want to work on the cutting edge of metaverse and video games, I think Cross of the Age is a perfect way to go.
Yeah.
So you're currently hiring at the moment, obviously. I'd like to ask, well, tell us a bit more about the race and the plans for the company and the exciting things that are coming up.
So as I mentioned earlier, we have announced our private token sale on March 28th. And Ubisoft, which is one of the biggest gaming publishing house in the world, has already, they never invest in token projects, but they wanted to get in, maybe.
Wow, you're their first crypto investment?
Yes.
Well,
So
guys, if that's not a signal of validation, and Ubisoft is the one that just got purchased for 60 billion from Microsoft, right? So they're the makers of Call of Duty and some of the biggest games. I mean, Halo, the biggest games in the history of gaming. I grew up playing those games.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
really funny because you see traditional players, the incumbent, they're getting into the tokenized GameFi because they see the future, they see it coming, and they wanted the foot in the door, right?
Yeah, there's something that they planned to do in the past. They wanted to get into the space. They tried everything they could, but I guess when they talked to our CEO Sammy Schlagu, who is also one of the co-founders for our project, and then he realized the vision that he has and the work he has put into this building this game has already exceeding what they wanted to do, and so that's why they got in. They say, okay, you guys are doing exactly what we wanted to do and even more, and so let us investing in you, and so that's quite exciting for us.
And so for example, one of the things that we're doing at Bondex is Web3 has a different behavior in terms of talent. And I think people are going to do a lot of things beyond their 9 to 5 traditional work. A lot of things are going towards project based, something we want to include into what we don't want to call it a resume. We want to call it a dynamic view of someone, more of a 360 view, including psychometric testing. But one of the things that I want to do is reputational scores and connections to the communities that you contribute to, which will include DAOs, NFT projects, and gaming guilds and the games that they're a part of, their rankings and reputations there. And also beyond their 9 to 5, hey, you can play to earn, right? And do something here. So those are some of the cool talent things that we're going to be doing with Web3 for our professional network. But I'd like to hear about the tokenomics of the project a little bit more. How could people, benefit from this? Why should they be playing across of the ages?
Oh, well, one of the things that we try to emphasize at cross stages is not play to earn, is play and earn, and that's quite that
Yeah, that's
it's
that difference.
there's a difference, yes. So a lot of the projects right here that we're seeing is for the sake of to earn, and so we play. And at cross stages, we try to not only incentivizing people with this tokenomics, but also we are creating a fun to play type of game, and for people to engage instead of you will have battles in every 5 to 10 minutes instead of a long battle. And so this mechanism can really trigger the interest of finding the right players and the right group of people to battle with. And so there's a lot of different mechanisms that our gaming team has designed for people to get hooked into the game, and also the excitement, the visual part of it, and also the tokenomics part. And so we have three different tokens inside of our game. You will have the crystal, and you will have the gold, which are the kind of the built-in token inside of the game. And then you will have the CTA as the utility token that can be listed in the future at exchanges. And so I think all this design within the three different relations with these three tokens is try to incentivizing players at the same time, keep it stable, keep it accessible to players, because we don't want a kind of game that is so hard to get in, so hard to mm, there's a lot of games in the market right now. You need to have 1 ether or 2 ether to even play the game, and this is what we're trying to avoid. So fun to play, and play and earn, and yeah, so that's something that is quite different from any other games.
That's incredible. I see why everyone's attracted. I see why you got the big bucks from Ubisoft. And then, sorry, you said the private sale launched in March. Is the private sale over? Do we still have the chance to invest?
Private sale is not closed yet. Private sale is closed and pre-sale is not closed yet.
The pre-sale is not closed yet. Well, we'll talk later because I think this is super super interesting. And I have a question. Okay, now I know your journey as a journalist. I know your journey with kind of crypto. What is your journey and your relationship with gaming?
To be honest, I'm not a gamer myself, and
Ooh, no way.
yeah, not a gamer myself. what I got excited about this game is really all the other aspects about the game. So you have the all the artists get involved, and the 7 books, which is, so maybe I can share a little bit about the books itself. It's a fiction, science fiction story, where you have we created a story baseline where you have 2 different universes in this metaverse. And then you have the one universe that is presenting a civilization that has superpower related to technology. And then you have another side of the universe, civilization has the superpower of nature. And then they don't know about their superpowers until they come to a land where they interact with each other and realizing different powers. And the idea is to also reflecting of today in our society, where we have all these advanced technology right now, but we have the nature we also have to respect. And so what is the going to be the relationship for a human being with the development of the technology? So it's something that we have. Right now, we have 14 writers, all famous writers globally come together.
That is deeply profound and something
Yes,
so relevant
yes,
today. It,
yes.
it gives me it reminds me of Ghost in the Machine, or I forget the name of the film. But that's incredibly profound, because I think as it's clearly we're going to be mixing with technology in the future, and our
Mhm.
relationship with it is changing. I mean, this thing now is essentially an extension of our body, right? And it's a matter of time until it integrates with us. So, and also the ethical point of view, right? You have to think about that. How do we do it healthy? That's incredible. I really like your mission and your ethos and vision about that. That's very
Yeah.
important.
So yeah, so for me, it really is a project that has everything inside, and anybody who's get in touch with this project can find something that is for them. And for me, that's something that triggered me. And it's not just a game; it's so much more than a game. So much more inspiration that it wants to bring to this world, with creativity, and not just like we're doing something like this, but with all the talents that we are gathering. So I think personally, I'm not a gamer, but I am going to play this game for sure. um, yeah, so I'm quite excited.
I have a question for you. Do you think that gaming in this play and earn or play to earn games are going to be able to be full-time jobs for people?
um, our vision is not that.
Okay.
So because play and earn, we want people to have fun. We don't
Right.
want them to just, it's a full-time job for them. We want them to, when
Purely
you have a work,
recreational.
yes, when you have a work and you want people to feel that you're doing what you love to do. And so I'd like to say that, it's a game that you would love to play. And if you can earn something out of it and make money out of it, great, good for you. But our mission is you have fun playing it.
Oh, that's fantastic. I really love it. And listen, there's something. How about crypto in general? Do you trade? Are you an investor?
Yes.
Okay,
Very
so
much so.
you know
Secondary, yeah.
what? Sorry.
I trade and also invest in early projects myself.
Very nice. So I just wanted to say we usually end this interview. We take a kind of a poll from everyone, and for everyone listening, disclaimer: this is not financial advice from neither me, Ignacio Palomera, Ting Peng, across the ages, CoinTelegraph or Bondex. None of this is financial advice. These are personal opinions from us. We like to ask people, what do they think about the current market conditions? What are their predictions for the short, medium term about the market?
Oh, so I should comment on this?
Yeah, if you feel comfortable. If not, it's all right.
No, it's not a financial advice for sure. Um, but and the way I see the market is gonna still fluctuate a little bit, and the bull market hasn't got back yet. So we might still need to wait a little bit time for the bull to come back. And for any investment, I think just investing what you can lose, and that's how I invest myself. And for crypto, if you believe this is the future of finance, hold on to your crypto and say bye to fiat.
There you go. Long-term views, holding and invest responsibly, everyone. And
Yeah.
Ting Peng, thank you so much. If you could stay a few minutes back to have a chat. And
Sure.
thank you everyone for listening. I know that across all channels we have 60 people here with us today. Thank you all for joining. Appreciate it. And we'll be reposting this on all our channels. Thank you again, Ting Peng, for your time. Had a fantastic time.
Thank you.